Click the bell, turn on all notifications, and subscribe for around-the-clock WWE news in real time. The home of the most consistent and dedicated breaking news in WWE, Seanzviewent, is here for you. Like, comment, and share today.
Seanzviewent Entertainment is here to provide and prescribe to you the most relentless, the most consistent, the most dedicated WWE news right here on this very website, whether it be morning, AM, whether it be with the eggs, the bacon, whether it be with the dinner, whether it be with the sausage, whether it be with the pancakes, whether it be with a cupcake. Seanzviewent Entertainment is here to provide the hottest, the latest, the most in-depth, the most thorough to each and every one of you, because if it weren't for you, this show would be a zero, but instead we are the hero that comes to save the day in each and every way. Remember, I want everybody right now to please set a reminder on your watch, set a reminder on your phone, your laptop, your desktop, your PC, your TV. Set a reminder, or hell, tattoo it to you, or get one of those little sticky notes, stick it to your forehead, stick it to your desk, stick it to all the rest, because this is where we detail it. This is where we give you all the groundbreaking details in the WWE, the most descriptive, the most in-depth, the most thorough WWE talk. This is your reigning place for all WWE. And as we are just days, at one point we were saying we were months away. Then we were weeks away from WrestleMania. And now, quite frankly, we are days, ladies and gentlemen. We are just days away from WrestleMania 41 and what may go down as one of the most historic WrestleManias of all time. Now you're saying, well, Sean, it's historic. Ha, ha, that's funny. The build could have been better. The match card could have been better. This is almost like one of those WrestleManias where you go in and the card doesn't look that stupendous, and then you're blown away by the end of the night. Kind of like, what was it, like WrestleMania 31 or WrestleMania 32? I don't know. It was a WrestleMania several years ago where a lot of wrestlers were injured, they were hurt, and the WWE had to redevelop and reconfigure the match card, and it didn't look as stellar, it didn't look as big, it didn't look as hot as it should have been. But then all of a sudden at the end of the event, we were amazed, we were wowed, we could not believe what we were getting, we could not believe what we were seeing. But seeing is believing. And here on Seanzviewent Entertainment, you will believe the hype because it is absolutely right. Now, guys, when I say become a channel member, it is to help extend, it is to help secure the future of my show on here. Because I said it since day one, I'll admit it. I'll be the first to say, I can't do this alone. I cannot do this by myself. I need the help of each and every one of you so we can come through when the lights are absolutely on bright. Now, we got SmackDown coming on tomorrow. Now, we heard that John Cena will be on the final SmackDown next week, just days before WrestleMania, because at that point, we will just be 24 hours away from WrestleMania next week's SmackDown. But what for tonight's SmackDown? In the event that John Cena can't make it, John Cena can't show up, John Cena can't be there physically, who's to say he can't put up some kind of promo or a pre-tape? Why can't John Cena film something ahead of time? Hell, TikTok, YouTube. John Cena is all over social media. Why can't John Cena film something, tape something, put something up, give us something as we are on the road to WrestleMania instead of replay after replay after replay, seeing the same song and dance week after week after week after week? Give us something, okay? Believe me, if the creative juices are flowing, give us something. Something that is like, all right, give some effort. This is the road to WrestleMania, after all, ladies and gentlemen. It is truly the road to WrestleMania. But it is the road to now giving you the rumors, the news headlines, and the most up-to-date, crucial developments out of the WWE. And let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, a group in the wrestling industry has been renamed. Not recalled, but it has been renamed, and we're going to get into that rename right now. According to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, Adam Cole renames AEW faction after his TNT Championship win. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Ladies and gentlemen, we got breaking news as it concerns... Remember Neville in the WWE? He was called Adrian Neville. We remember him as Neville. He is now known as Pac in AEW. Suffered a legit injury on Dynamite, and the match ended abruptly. This is what happens when these wrestlers, these stars, put their bodies and their lives on the line. Sometimes it ends in injury, and unfortunately, sometimes it also ends in tragedy, as in a death in the middle of a wrestling ring. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, as we will get into that as well. Also, we are receiving word that Mercedes Moné, the former Sasha Banks, is set for the Owen Hart Cup semifinal at AEW Dynamite Spring Breakthrough. And boy, is it going to be a breakthrough moment if Mercedes Moné can win the Owen Hart Cup semifinal and then go all the way and win the entire damn thing. Your thoughts, your comments, and your feedback. However, doesn't Mercedes Moné win enough? Doesn't she have enough titles? Doesn't she have enough championships? Doesn't she have enough glory? Hell, doesn't she have enough money? There may be a lot of backlash if she wins that entire Owen Hart tournament. MJF. Well, this is shocking. Something that I would never seen this before. It's almost organic. It's almost natural that this line goes together with this headline. MJF crossed the line with real-life girlfriend Alicia during AEW Dynamite segment last night. Yes, you heard that right. MJF always crosses the line, and that's the bottom line. Chris Jericho melts down on AEW Dynamite, smashes a TV, and walks out on his own faction. Now, again, there's rumors, there's speculation that Chris Jericho could show up and return to WWE at WrestleMania to take on Randy Orton. Orton, Jericho, WrestleMania. The magnitude of this, the spectacular of this. Now, of course, other names like Batista and Goldberg and Aleister Black have also been named as potential opponents for Randy Orton at WrestleMania. But if I'm WWE, if I'm booking this, if I'm in charge of this, and Jericho in interviews has said he would return to WWE. Jericho did say the door is open for him to return to World Wrestling Entertainment. Now, we thought that Chris Jericho was going to finish his career in AEW, but Jericho is singing a different song right now. Or is this just a swerve? Is this just to curve all of us? Is this just to get all our anticipation and emotion of, oh, Jericho, Chris Jericho's returning to the WWE, only for him to not return to the WWE? We're going to have to see where this all goes down. We're going to have to see how this all happens right before our very eyes, viewers, fans, and subscribers. You can all now donate with a Super Thanks donation in the comment section of this video as well. Let's swell it up. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers. Chris Statlander drops Thunder Rosa and advances in the AEW Owen Hart Cup during Dynamite. AEW confirms that Adam Copeland, the rated R superstar Edge, is out indefinitely after a brutal attack from FTR as the world saw. The Young Bucks AEW Dynamite stunt ends in chaos after confrontation with Omega and Swerve Strickland. Kenny Omega fires shots at the Young Bucks and drops an NSFW line on AEW Dynamite. Ricochet reveals WWE actually blocked his ideas, and maybe that's why Ricochet is now in AEW instead of WWE. And do you think that Ricochet is being utilized to his fullest potential? Do you think he's being utilized correctly? Is he getting used the right way in AEW? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Saraya, the former Paige, claims that she headbutted woman at WWE Star's party for calling Natalya a racial slur. How could you say that about the boat, the best? Logan Paul fires off a brutal message to AJ Styles ahead of WrestleMania 41. WWE is being accused? What could the WWE be accused of this morning, this AM? Well, the WWE being accused of keeping The Rock's WrestleMania role under wraps on purpose. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, on purpose. The AEW Dynamite match results, highlights, and key moments for April the 9th last night. What did you think about the show? Were you for it or were you against it? AEW Backstage Shakeup. Why Swerve didn't win the title. What's up with the Bucks? And who's really pulling the strings behind the damn scenes? WWE NXT viewership. The ratings for April 8th season increase after Julia's shocking return to a WWE ring out of nowhere. Did not see that one coming, but boy, was it a moment you will recall. It is a moment that you will remember. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are receiving word at this hour, at this time. I'm going to pull this one up, guys. Hold on one moment. Soraya Page attacked a woman for calling Natalya the N word. Also, Rhea Ripley reveals why Cody Rhodes gets mad at her when Rhea Ripley sells more merch than Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, all right, let's not do that. Triple H absolutely loved his embarrassing WrestleMania loss to the Ultimate Warrior, and it was in about a minute, right? Cody Rhodes, now this is developing and this is progressing. Cody Rhodes plans to leave WWE for Hollywood. Yes, you heard that right, guys. According to those in the know, Cody Rhodes himself plans to leave WWE for Hollywood in the next couple of years. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. So you better enjoy the American Nightmare while he is still here. This is why the WWE has to make. This is why the WWE has to progress. This is why the WWE needs to adapt. And they need to start putting together the next future stars of the industry. The next Cena, the next Orton, the next Lesnar, the next Austin, the next Rock, the next Undertaker, the next Triple H. They need to start doing that, and they need to do it now, damn it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your premier destination for the hottest, the latest, and greatest. If it weren't for you, there would be no Seanzview. We come through when the lights are on bright, as we are now just days away from WrestleMania, and we will never forget that night, that day, that match, where Rey Mysterio inadvertently, where Rey Mysterio apparently, where Rey Mysterio supposedly killed another star with a 619, and what was a very tragic and miscarriage justice. And Rey Mysterio even contemplating retiring after that wrestler, after that opponent died in the ring during a live wrestling event in 2015. And we will always remember that fateful moment, and Rey Mysterio certainly will not forget the night that a wrestler was perhaps, maybe, reportedly murdered in the ring, died in the ring. The sacrifice to be a professional wrestler. Subscribe.